The Hermetic masters wrote, "Under and back of the universe of time, space, and change is ever to be found the substantial reality, the fundamental truth." When considering the all, this quote may be given to the initiate as the sole answer to hundreds of questions. Unfortunately, this quote may sound paradoxical or incomprehensible at first listen, but if we break it down into its parts, it becomes much more clear for us to understand. Substance means that which underlies all outward manifestations, the essence or the essential reality. In other words, the thing itself. Substantial means anything existing, being the essential element, being real. And reality means the state of being, true, enduring, valid, fixed, permanent, and actual. Therefore, under and behind all outward appearances or manifestations, there must always be a substantial reality. This is the law. Man, considering the universe of which he is a small part of, sees nothing but change in matter, forces, mental states, and environments. He sees that nothing really is, but rather that everything is becoming and changing. Nothing stands still, everything is in constant vibration. The very instant something may reach its peak, it immediately begins to recede again into the night, the law of rhythm being in constant operation. He sees all things evolving from other things, resolving into even more. Nothing endures but change. And if you be a thinking man, he realizes that all of these changing things must be but outward appearances or manifestations of some underlying power, some hidden force, some substantial reality, and some may even call it God. All thinkers in all lands and in all times have assumed the necessity for postulating the existence of this substantial reality. Men have therefore given to this concept many names. Some may call it by the term of deity, under a seemingly infinite number of titles, Om being one that stands out to me personally. Some simply refer to it as the infinite and eternal energy or force of nature, and others simply call it matter. But regardless of the name given to it, all have acknowledged the existence of that which is. It is self-evident, and therefore I will offer no argument for it. The Hermetic name for this underlying power, this substantial reality, is the All. This term being considered the most comprehensive of the many terms applied by man to that which transcends names and terms. The Hermetic masters of late, as well as many other illuminated souls who have reached the higher planes of being, assert that the inner nature of the All is unknowable. Unfortunately, this must be so. It is not for the lack of trying. Nothing but the All itself can comprehend its own nature and being. The All in itself is and must always and ever be unknowable. The Hermetics therefore regard all theories, guesses, and speculations of the theologians and metaphysicians regarding the inner nature of the All as but childish efforts of mortal and distinctly finite minds to grasp the secret of the infinite. Such efforts have failed, and are by nature doomed to fail for eternity. One pursuing such inquiries travels around in the labyrinth of thought until he has lost all sane reasoning, action, or conduct, and ends up broken and unfit for the work of life. He is like the mouse who runs for hours on the wheel, forever sprinting with all of its might, just to remain in the exact same position he started in. Still more presumptuous are those who would ascribe to the All the personality traits, qualities, properties, and characteristics of themselves, and therefore ascribing to the All human emotions, feelings, and motives, even down to the pettiest qualities of mankind, such as jealousy, susceptibility to flattery and praise, and desire for offerings and worship. Such ideas linger from the childhood of the race of humanity and are not worthy of grown men and women. If these ideas remain with you, the Hermetics would recommend them to be promptly discarded. Let me make it clear that there is a distinction being made between religion, theology, and between philosophy and metaphysics. Religion means that institutionalization of realization of the existence of the all and one's relationship to it, while theology just means the attempts of men to ascribe personality, qualities, and characteristics to the all. Theology being the theories of men as to the affairs, wills, desires, plans, and designs of the all, and their assumptions of themselves as middlemen between the all and the people. Philosophy means the inquiry of knowledge of things knowable and thinkable, while metaphysics means the attempt to carry the inquiry over and beyond the boundaries and into regions unknowable and unthinkable, with the same tendencies as theology. Consequently, religion and philosophy are considered as having roots in reality, while theology and metaphysics seem like broken reeds rooted in the quicksands of ignorance. You're free to accept your own definitions, but these are the stated positions and the framework of the teachings of the Hermetic philosophy. Well, at any rate, theology and metaphysics will not be included in the lessons moving forward. While the all is unknowable, there are some truths connected with its existence that can be discussed and accepted. I ask the listener contemplate the following quotes from the Hermetic masters. That which is the fundamental truth, the substantial reality, is beyond true naming, but wise men call it the all. In its essence, the all is unknowable, but the report of reason must be hospitably received and treated with respect. These quotes are followed by the teaching of what truths regarding the all can be understood without fully removing the veil. 1. The all must be all that really is. There can be nothing outside of the all, else the all would not be the all. 2. The all must be infinite, for there is nothing else to define, confine, bound, or limit. Therefore, restrict the all. It must be infinite in time as well, or eternal. It must have always continuously existed, for there is nothing else to have ever created it, and something can never evolve from nothing. And even if it had not been, it would also not be now. It must also continuously exist forever, for there is nothing that could ever destroy it, and it cannot ever not be, because something can never become nothing. It must also be infinite in space. It must be everywhere, for there is no place outside the all. It cannot be broken up, interrupted, separated in its continuity. It must also be infinite in power, or absolute. There is nothing to limit, restrict, confine, disturb, or that could contain the all. It is subject to no other power, for there is no other power. 3. The all must be immutable. It is not subject to change in its real nature, for there is nothing that could work changes upon it, and nothing for it to change into, nor even anything from which it could change from. It cannot be added to or subtracted from, increased or diminished, nor become greater or lesser in any respect whatsoever. It must have always been and will always remain. Because the all is infinite, absolute, eternal, and unchangeable, it must follow that anything contrary to those things cannot be the all. Also, as there is nothing outside of the all in reality, then any and all such finite things must be as nothing in reality. Now, do not let this overwhelm you or think that I'm trying to circle back into some dogmatic form of secular religion. Stay with me. We see all around us what is called matter, which forms the physical foundations of all objects. Is the all simply matter? Absolutely not. Matter cannot manifest life or mind, and as life and mind are manifest, the all cannot be simply matter. This is because nothing rises higher than its own source, and nothing is manifested in an effect that is not within the confines of the cause. Also keep in mind, modern science itself will tell us that matter is all an illusion, matter being merely energy or force at a very low rate of vibration. The first glimpse of matter would convince one that it is surely the most easy object to believe in, requiring no faith, but once one digs deeper into matter, it melts into a mystery of 99.99% empty space and becomes an advanced dance of forces vibrating against one another. This then begs the question, is the all simply energy or force? Well, it can't be, or at least it can't be energy or force as the materialists use those terms. For the forces of gravity and so on are described as blind mechanical things devoid of life and mind. Life and mind, therefore, again, cannot ever evolve from blind energy or force for the same reason as to why it cannot evolve from matter. As the Hermetic Masters remind us, nothing can rise higher than its source. Nothing is evolved unless involved. Nothing manifests in the effect unless it is in the cause. And so the all cannot be mere energy or force, for if it were, there would be no such things as life and mind in existence. Now, a simple trip in a car can be most convincing to one that mind most surely does not exist. But if we study ourselves and the writings of other illuminated masters, we can confirm that life and mind are sure to be present in at least some cases. Funnily enough, those that argue that matter or energy and force are all that exist find themselves with life and mind as well. That brings us closer to our final line of questioning. What is there higher than matter or energy that we know to be existent in the universe? All the while the answer is staring us in the face if we would simply look up to see it. Well, it is life and mind, of course. Life and mind in their varying stages of unfoldment. Now, do not be so quick then to assume that the all is simply just life and mind. For the Hermetic Masters tell us that the answer to that assumption is both yes and no. If the student is referencing the all as the petty, finite life and mind that us poor animals understand it to be, then the answer is no. The all is most surely not that. The kind of life and mind that the all is would be the infinite, living mind. The Hermetic Masters' writings come down to us as such. Living mind is far above that which mortals know by those words, as life and mind are higher than mechanical forces or matter. Infinite living mind as compared to finite life and mind. They are referencing what the illuminated souls mean when they reverently pronounce the word spirit. That leaves us now at our conclusion. The all is infinite living mind, or the all is spirit. But what is spirit? Alas, this question cannot be answered, mainly because the Hermetic Master will answer this question by simply saying the all with a sly smile. The all cannot be explained or defined. Spirit is simply a name that men give to the highest conception of infinite living mind. This real essence we share is beyond the life and mind we experience here as mortals on earth. Spirit transcends our understanding, or our ability to effectively communicate within the confines of any of the languages we have, living or dead. We use this term spirit mainly when we think of the tethers that we have to the all. For the purposes of thought and understanding, we are justified in thinking of spirit as infinite living mind, while at the same time acknowledging that we cannot fully understand it. We must either do this or stop thinking of the matter at all. Take solace in the fact that if we were required to completely understand a thing in order to know it, then we would not know anything in this world at all. The initiate is encouraged to contemplate this wisdom for a time before moving on to the next lesson.